The vital role of financial literacy in ensuring a secure future. Why is financial literacy important? First, we begin with answering the question, what is financial literacy? Financial literacy is the capacity to comprehend and utilize financial skills and knowledge for making wise financial decisions and achieving personal financial well-being. As per the 2015 Global Survey by Standard & Poor's Financial Services for Global Financial Literacy Excellence Center, surprisingly, only 24% of India's total population was financially literate and understood the significance of financial literacy. Approximately 76% of Indians lacked financial literacy. According to the Standard & Poor's Ratings Services Global Financial Literacy Survey, India was ranked at 121 out of the total 144 countries and ranked 24th from the bottom and lacked the understanding of basics of financial engagements. Approximately 80% of women in India, or 544 million, face financial illiteracy out of a total female population of approximately 680.7 million. Without financial understanding, one may struggle to make informed financial decisions in challenging times. India's financial literacy at 24% was less than that of Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Pakistan, and the BRICS nations, according to Standard & Poor's survey in 2015. The financial literacy rate of India was 27% in 2022. What does 27% mean in numbers? These graphs compare the financial literacy levels between the developed world and the emerging economies. If we compare India with United States and continental Europe, which have a very high financially literate population just by numbers, the population in 2023, India is 1.4 billion, United States is 334 million, continental Europe combined is 748 million, and if we add up the population of United States and continental Europe, it is 1 billion and 83 million, and financially illiterate population of India is 1 billion and 40 million. One can only imagine how many people are still financially illiterate in India. The lack of financial literacy is going to widen the rich-poor divide further. Investment is an alien concept for the majority of Indian population. Financial education is limited in school curriculum and selectively offered to students who are interested in careers in finance. Financially literate individuals manage money confidently and effectively handle the ups and downs of their financial lives by proactively preventing and managing issues. Financial literacy consists of 6 parts: budget planning, managing debts, savings, risk management, investments, and retirement planning. The power of financial literacy. According to the survey conducted by Standard & Poor's in 2015, the gaps in learning in India, risk management, only 14% of the population understood it. Inflation, 56% of the population understood it. Interest, 48% of the population understood it. And compound interest, 44% of the population understood it. And the overall financial literacy, only 24% of the population understood it. Research shows that financially inclusive countries have higher GDP growth and lower income inequality. In the S&P Global FinLit survey, the literacy questions that measure The four fundamental concepts of financial decision making are basic numeracy. It is the ability to recognize and apply maths concepts in all areas of life. Compound interest, inflation, and risk diversification. Financial literacy is achieved when someone answers three out of these four financial concepts correctly. Among the four topics, inflation and numeracy are the most understood financial concepts, with approximately 50% of the global adult population grasping them. Knowledge of risk diversification and compound interest is the lowest. Financial literacy tends to be lower among women and individuals with lower income. Women not only provide fewer correct answers to financial literacy questions but also tend to respond with don't know more frequently. Financial literacy is crucial for individuals who utilize payment, savings, credit, and risk management products. According to researchers, financially savvy adults are less likely to default on loans and more likely to save for retirement. Despite the complexity of paying for a home, some homeowners still lack financial knowledge and may not realize the rapid accumulation of debt. Emergency funds. 87% of Indians had an emergency corpus of more than 2 months or more versus 33% of global population, which people might think is a good thing, but it's not. Most of the people accumulate piles of cash at their home rather than using it on investments. Such decisions are a testimony to the lack of financial literacy and planning. The accumulated money doesn't appreciate and is wasted without becoming valuable asset for higher earnings. During demonetization, people felt their savings were stolen, unaware of the fact that money saved in a gulag loses value over time and becomes worthless during retirement. We can see from the image the worth of rupees 1 lakh is constantly reducing with rate of inflation as the years pass by. The value of rupees 1 lakh in 2021 had reduced to 94,000 in 2022 and further reduced to 88,360 in 2023 without even touching the money, with an assumed fixed rate of inflation of 6% for representation, although inflation rates vary and are never fixed. Why financial literacy in India is important now more than ever before? As quoted by Alan Greenspan, the number one problem in today's generation is and economy is the lack of financial literacy. Financial literacy encourages economic growth and progress in a developing nation like India. Financially literate individuals make informed choices about savings, investing, borrowing, and more. Financially ignorant individuals borrow more and save less due to a lack of understanding of compound interest, resulting in significant lost opportunity. Financially savvy investors diversify risk by spreading funds across multiple ventures. Financial literacy is a lifelong journey of learning that forms the foundation of our relationship with money. Before I conclude, financial literacy means achieving financial goals, attaining financial freedom through risk diversification and investing. Early financial education when we are younger leads to greater wealth accumulation. As quoted by Robert Kiyosaki, we were not taught financial literacy in school. It takes a lot of work and time to change your thinking and to become financially literate. And as quoted by James Surowiecki, I think people don't understand compound interest because typically no one ever explains it to them, and the level of financial literacy in the US is very low. He's talking about United States with a much better understanding of investments. India is lagging further behind. May the force of financial literacy and empowerment be with you. Please go through the description for the sources for this presentation. I've shared the link to my next presentation. Fortune lies at the bottom of the financial planning pyramid at the end of this presentation. And do not forget to check out the playlist for additional presentations. If there is something to gain and nothing to lose by asking, by all means ask. Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I sincerely appreciate it. Namaste.